Our guys look good in their uniforms, and the fans look great sitting up in the stands, and it was loud today. It was a great atmosphere, great college football, perfect weather, homecoming. When you look up what you think a game may be in college football, this is it right here at Nippert. It doesn't get any better than this right here. And so we just want to appreciate them and thank them for coming out. Hard-fought win for our guys today. It was a dogfight. We knew it was going to be that way. They pride themselves in being a physical team, as do we. And we wanted to be that way. It was, we started out in the hole, it's now 7. But then after that, we woke up offensively, defensively, and played a great first half. And I think, everything was great. We missed another field goal. That's the fourth one that we missed right before half. Offense did a great job of getting down there again, missing the field goal. But we still went into the half with a great lead. I think we were going to get a great fight in the second half out of them. And the defense did a great job again. Really, really proud of how we keep getting more comfortable playing our defense. And we just knew it was going to take some time. It's a new scheme. You got guys in some new players and positions, and they're really coming through of understanding what we're trying to do. Tremendous amount of respect for Scotabo. He's a load, and to hold him to 75 yards, that is a great feat by our defense. And on the other side of that, we got a pretty good running back as well. Corey kind of rushed right at 100 yards, broke a lot of tackles, and extremely proud of him also. I want to mention Antoine Peak, man, another cause fumble. He's got a knack for the ball, and he did a great job today tackling the ball carrier. Very physical player, and then that was a huge turnover at the time when that was able to get that, and we converted that into a touchdown. So, you convert turnovers into touchdowns, man. It gives you a great chance to win games. So, with that, I'll open up with questions.
Chad and JT.
Early in the season, linebacker, it seemed like they were taking a little bit to kind of get comfortable in this system. The play now of Bartlett and Thompson and Golday and those guys, how much of this defense getting on track is because they've elevated?
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. We've tightened it up, and I think I mentioned that maybe a week or two ago, but with our linebackers play, figuring out how to fit the defense, and that's really what it comes down to. Golday, I mentioned that he's gotten better each and every week. JT is a phenomenal player out there as well. Compared to last year, this year, he is playing at another level. Bartlett is a new position for him, so we knew it was going to take some time, and he's done some great things. He's gotten some sacks, I feel like, every week at opportune times. And Dingle, he's a warrior out there. And so, Simeon comes in, Monte Wheaton comes in. So we got some guys that are really settling in at the linebacker room. And I think, last 2 weeks with Peak at the Star, he's done some great things coming down and stopping the run. That's 3 games in a row we've played outstanding running backs and some of the best in the country. And to be able to do what we did last week and this week, to hold that team to 13, to this team to 14, that's monumental by our defense.
Antoine Peak gets another forced fumble. Mm-hmm. Great time. You talked about it in your opening statement. But what does this mean for the team, just for to be able to? You guys have been real good at getting opportunity turnovers. What does that mean for you guys?
Yeah, it gives us a chance, right? I think it puts the offense right back out there on the field. It says that we're playing physical football. So if you're causing a fumble, you have to be physical because you have to hit those guys. We're doing a really good job at times of getting the punch at the ball. I think that obviously helps. We have not gotten many picks. I think what do we have, 3 maybe on the season, but we are leading the league in forced into fumbles. And so I think that's a testament to how hard our guys are playing on that side of the ball.
Is it just a matter of time with Corey? I think before Pryor broke the big run, you guys had 30 total rushing yards, and then he busted a big one, and then Corey takes off and finishes 99.
Yeah, it was it's a good 1-2 punch that we were able to get that back today. I felt like we were able to, because this team coming in, I think we're giving up 101 yards rushing the game, something like that. So another good rush defense that we played this week. Central Florida was giving up 80 yards rushing. Of course, we lost Corey in the Texas Tech game, but it was a good 1-2 punch today, and Corey had some great tough runs. We talk about their bag as far as breaking tackles. Corey can break some tackles too. He's one of the best guys in the country at extending plays, and we needed that today. There were times where when you get that first down, he was able to break a tackle and get past the sticks. And then Pryor comes in and shows his speed, and to be able to burst one, those big plays are obviously needed. But man, Corey, what a warrior. That's a great way to describe him.
You got Darting and Tinsley back on the line this week. How much of a help was that in the run game with your numbers?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. It settles in. He plays with great poise, awareness, very cerebral guy in the interior. Now you're looking at, Gerhard at center, who's smart. You got Kendry, you got DT on this side, and then John at the left. And then, and now that Abel's on the right side to play Buford and Wilder. It just makes us a better unit up front. And I think, we've missed him the last couple of weeks now. So, I think probably not a coincidence our rushing numbers were up today with him back at playing left guard.
Rust and Keegan and Stu.
Could you recognize throughout the game, middle of the field, kind of opening up in the passing game compared to targets to the outside?
Yeah, they were doing a good job on the outside, their corners, I thought. We tried them early, trying to take some shots, and it wasn't there. They did a really nice job with that. So, yeah, we needed to work more on the inside and the interior to hit some of those plays there. And I thought, Sorsby was very efficient again today. We had trouble getting some balls down the field, like the deep ones, but very efficient underneath and, getting some chunk plays and some first downs, and kept plays alive. Offensively, probably just the most disappointing thing probably was the 15-play drive that we had and we didn't score, but I think we did melt a lot of clock off and kept our offense off the field. So although we didn't score, we still pinned them all the way down inside the 5-yard line. So it was a valuable drive to have a 15-play drive, but obviously you want to end it and score. But we were up at the time, I think, what were we up, 13 maybe? Can't remember, maybe 10 or 13, but the field goal really wouldn't have helped us much. I think 10. So the field goal, it made it 13, So we felt like let's try to go for the touchdown and see if we can score there to make it a 2-touchdown game.
You guys have had multiple games where you've more or less made the necessary plays to win. What kind of next steps, what has to happen for you guys to just control the entire game for a 4-quarter effort, maybe widen the margin a little bit more?
Well, if we continue to win, I think we're good where we're at. I mean, now we all want to make it where it's not close at the end. Well, I think, scoring inside the 5 when we had an opportunity. Bad snap on the last drive. Sorsby's going to run for a first down. We got it blocked up, man. It was going to be, we were disappointed because the snap was freaking way over his head. Had it been here, we had it blocked up. The guys did a nice job, and we're taking a knee. To your point, we're up 10 with taking a knee, and it's not even close. We don't have to, my mom don't have to worry as much, when she's watching the game. Don't make it so close, yeah. So, yeah, we'd love to be able to do that, but it just really comes down to the little plays here and there where you got opportunities to knock the field goal down before halftime, So those opportunities that we've given ourselves, we have to take full advantage of that. And I think it's going to continue to get tougher for us as we keep going on. Colorado's a great team. You got Iowa State, you got Kansas State. You got some great teams, West Virginia. So, we're going to have to continue to find ways to get better. All 3 phases, we punt, great punt by Fletch. We're right on the goal line, but it barely gets into the end zone. That's a huge play. Now to get the ball on the 20-yard line, as opposed to having to go 99 yards. You're going 80. So that could be 20 seconds. So those little things right there, I think, is where we can get better.
Coach, what did you see out of Golday when you got him out of Central Arkansas?
Well, we saw a guy who physical stature is exactly what you want. 6'3", 238 pounds. Saw a guy that can run. We also saw a guy that had not played much linebacker. We thought he had a huge upside because he had been a tight end in high school, a defensive end his first year there. They just moved him to linebacker. The game we watched, I think that really just turned our head was against Oklahoma State, where they played Oklahoma State. I think he had 11 tackles, and we're like, man, he can do this against Oklahoma, because we had played Oklahoma State and we couldn't stop the running back, So we're like, if he can tackle him, that's going to be a good guy for us. And so we got him here, phenomenal human being, and everything we thought, it's just a matter of him getting comfortable in what we're asking him to do. And he is probably one of the more improved guys on our football team from game 1 to where we're at right now.
Coach, you mentioned the play of Jarrett Bartlett earlier. Obviously, he goes down there late in the 3rd quarter. Do you just have any update on the status of him after this one?
Yeah, I just think he took a shot, and just kind of got knocked silly a little bit. So we'll see where we're at. He was fine on the sideline. It was one of those things that he hit the running back right at the goal line. That guy brings a load. Barrett, obviously he brings a load, and so just got knocked funny a little bit. But I think he'll be fine. We'll reevaluate him tomorrow and Monday as we move forward.
You're 5-2, 3-1 in Big 12 play. There's one game at a time, but are you guys thinking at all about the fact that you're in the thick of the Big 12 race right now in the middle of October?
Yeah, well, we've been thinking about it since we started, and that's been our goal, is to win and compete for a Big 12 championship. And so our guys have done a great job of just taking 1 week at a time. For us, we told them a long time ago, these are 12 one-week seasons. And so really and truly, whatever we've done in the past, we're forgetting about everything, and all focus is this week is going to be on Colorado. And And we're playing for a Big 12 championship. We've been saying that every week, you know, and I think, but it starts on our practice days on Sunday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and our guys have really bought into that and accepted that. We got great leadership on this team, and exceptional leadership, and I think as long as they continue to lead the way they are, we're going to give us a chance to win these games. There's no question.
X had 67 yards on his catches today. Did you guys do anything different schematically to get him more involved after, you know, last week only being held to 2
Well,
catches?
I mean, I think last week that we felt going into the game that we could hit the balls in between the hashes. And so I think that's why, you know, our slot and our tight end had most catches because of how they were playing their defense. We know we got to get X involved. He's a great player. He's one of our better players on our team. So we were trying to find some ways to get him the ball today. A couple of times we put him in the slot, you know, which is now he's on a safety. So again, attacking the inside, maybe not the outside. And I thought our coach did a great job of kind of scheming up some ways to get him the ball and get him involved.
Keegan and JT.
You guys rotated the offensive line a good amount. Started with Wilder, then saw Buford, even Evan Tengestal in guard for a few. Was that kind of just reevaluating the offensive line, how you want to move forward, or could we see more of that rotation?
No, I just think we need to do it. You know, it's a long season, and the guys up front, man, they're putting their hand in the dirt. It's nasty in the trenches, and you know, you're going to take some net licks, you're going to get some dings, and so the more depth that we can have to be able to rotate in, it was great to have DT back. We felt like getting Evan in there that'll kind of spell him a little bit, keep him fresh. And I just talked to DT, man. He said he feels great, you know, after the game, and for him to be out there was tremendous for our guys. And then that's a good rotation on the right side with Wilder and Buford. So we'd love to have that rotation as we move forward throughout the rest of the season.
Being able to control the running game was super important for you guys today. But when you were able to have them drop back more, did you feel more confident about the game plan? I mean, just feeling kind of smiling on the sideline maybe?
Yeah, inside maybe. Because we know what they are. I mean, they want to run the football, and when they're getting that running game going, that's when they're hard to stop. You know, so it was critical for us to stop that running game. We did that when we got the lead. You feel a little bit better about it. You know, and then like the last drive there, I mean, we're giving them everything underneath. So it was a couple of quarterback scrambles, and then as you guys saw, once we got a little bit tighter down in the red zone, things tightened back up. We held them to a field goal, and they're, you know, finally played somebody that missed some field goals today. He missed 2, so that was good to see for us. We hadn't seen that all year, I don't think.
Second week in a row, you've had to deal with a quarterback change after the fact of your preparation over the weekend. How much did that change the scheme this week? I
don't think it really changed much. I mean, if you look, they're going to do what they do, and I actually thought he played pretty good today. What they asked him to do, you know, the knock on him's kind of been his turnovers, and I thought he did a good job taking care of the ball. I thought he threw it really good today, and that what they want to do is run the ball, and they utilized him to run. I thought he picked up some great first downs, you know, running the Q outside zone on us in third downs. I thought that was good by them, which the other quarterback they had can run too. So I mean, really for us defensively, there really wasn't much of a change, even though we heard about it, you know, early in the week as opposed to pregame, you know. But I think that their skill sets are very similar.
Kicking is so crucial. Their guy misses 2, your guy nails 1, misses 1. Is there such a thing as a pre-halftime kicker, or what?
So we won that battle there, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were 1-2, they were 1-2. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. We've talked about it every week. It's tough. It's hard. I mean, I don't know. Our guy nailed one of them, and then right before half we didn't. We got something against making a kick right before half. I've never seen that. It's 4 times out of our games this year that we've done a great job to get down there, and just for whatever reason not made those. I think we're due, so maybe if we get it again, we'll knock it down. I anticipate him to knock it down today. I thought he had a really good week this week kicking the ball. I mean, he was very solid. He bounced back, had great confidence, and so we felt good about him going into the game today.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you, sir.
All right, appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Coach.